So, I wanted to come out here today, and we were just finding a cheap way to have some fun. It was warm, so going swimming at the river is what you do when you're not trying to spend a lot of money. Brought a lunch. I wanted to talk about minimalism as a means to an end. I'm not exactly a minimalist, but I've employed some minimalist techniques. I've talked about that a lot in other videos of us selling stuff, but I figured I could dive more into depth on that. Where to start? At the beginning of COVID, we were living in San Jose. I was a pipe fitter, just finished my apprenticeship. I had my Jeep payment. I was building a rock crawler that I, spent a lot of money on, credit card. Yeah, I had a lot of debt before we moved to Oregon when we left San Jose. So we sold a bunch of tools. I paid off one of those cards and we did it, but we still had my Jeep, her car. We did like 5 trips with a borrowed trailer from a friend. I mean, a lot of it was tools. Towed the rock crawler up there, rollaway toolboxes. I mean, there was a 20 by 40 shop on the house that we rented, and I filled that thing all the way up. Welders, material. When we moved from there, I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay off even more debt. I'm gonna take it a step further. So I sold everything in the shop. I sold the rock crawler, which sucks. I really wanted to finish that, but it was more important to me to be debt free and figure out where I wanted to go from there, because we moved into an apartment. But I had an apartment with a garage, so I could bring some shit along. I still have my tools, hand tools, not welders or anything like that. But I sold probably like $15,000 worth of stuff, and I paid off a credit card. And then we moved to Hillsboro, outside of Portland, at a big tech company building one of their fabs for microchips. Yeah, I've been working here for a year, still paying off debts, and we had even more shit to sell. Electronics, camera gear, a weight set. I sold a lot of stuff in the garage. We got rid of the garage. Our rent was cheaper after that. So now, I mean, through employing minimalism, a bunch of stuff I wasn't using at the time, almost all the debts are paid off, but the last sales that we did were to come up with the $50,000 that we needed for our property in Kentucky. I'm hoping I can motivate you guys through minimalism. If there's a bunch of stuff you're not using and you want to do something, you can still do it. And even if you don't make a lot of money, your stuff could be worth a lot of money. I mean, fortunately for me, not to say traveling and food are bad, but I spent a lot of my money that I was earning on tangible things that are valuable to other people. I'm about to sell my Dodge truck that was in that video that broke, because that's another payment that I don't need out there. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with minimalism, just using it as a tool to get to my end goal. Dave Ramsey principles: sell the shit you're not using, pay off your debts. But it works. It works very well. It hurt at first, but now, I mean, we're gonna move across the country with 2 cars worth of stuff. I mean, I'll do it in a little bit. On the same video, I'll do a tour of our apartment. I mean, we got folding tables for our TV. I have a reclining camp chair in the living room. U-Hauls right now, I think, to rent like one of their van U-Hauls, like not a Chevy Express, but the smallest box van they have. They want like $4,500 to go from Oregon to Kentucky. I have nothing that's that valuable for me that I can't replace. We'll be back. Like I said, we would come back to my apartment and I'll check out my crib. That's my office area. I guess you could say it's pretty minimal just because it's a folding table, I used to have like an office with a desk and a desktop computer and laptops. I mean, right there I got a bunch of camera gear and paperwork. Can't really get rid of that. Some outdoor stuff, some shooting stuff. There's our entertainment system. Just a TV on a folding table. A couch that we're gonna sell when we move. my folding camp chair. That's hella comfortable. I wanted a lazy boy. The kitchen, bedroom. I mean, we're using, like, our nightstands are literally moving totes. Been here for almost a year, and we had no intentions of buying more furniture because we knew we were gonna move and we weren't gonna be here for that long. That was important to us, not to buy more stuff. After we sold a bunch of stuff, we know when we get to our final place, we will acquire stuff mindfully. And yeah, but right now, living with minimal stuff. I know some of you may not see minimal, but coming from having a 2-bedroom house with a shop, this is very minimal. My whole adult life, I've had tons of stuff. Now I don't have much stuff. But anyways, that's just a quick view of what I was talking about when this is minimalism to me. And we're using it, like I said, as a means to an end to get to where we want to be.